Hey, it's Bryson Baylor with the God Life at godlifeonline.com. Let's get into it. But I want to ask you, what are you doing? Okay? And particularly pertaining to one thing, and that's success. You see, because everybody wants success. We want financial success, career success, relationship success, family success. We all want success. Nobody wants to be a low achiever, but not everyone achieves success. Not everyone achieves success. Your goal of success may be to fly, to live the jet set life, private planes, living in high society, buying the clothes you want, eating where you want, the cars you want, the houses you live in, luxurious. That may be one person's success. Somebody else's success may be, I just want to have a good family. I want to have a good relationship with my spouse, raise up good children. I want to make an impact in the community. I want to, give back to where I come from. That may be some person's success. But the thing is, regardless of what your definition of success is, everyone still doesn't achieve that. And it's just as likely for you to achieve the success of, let's say, a luxurious lifestyle versus a lower, let's say, a less seemingly difficult, challenging level of success. Like if I just want to have a good relationship, or I just want to, give back to my community. But there are a few key principles I want to share with you today that can put you in the right direction to achieve whatever result that you want to achieve. All right. And this is your success. And the main thing is, what are you doing? So let's jump into it. All right. Here's one of the first keys to success is that you've got to prioritize it. There's got to be a priority. I want to ask you this. How bad do you really want success? Everyone talks about, oh, yeah, I want to do this when I grow up or when I get older, or this is my 10-year plan, 5-year plan, so on and so forth. But how bad do you really want it? Because, see, if you want it bad enough, you'll do what's necessary. I think the problem is that we say we want things, but we don't want them bad enough to sacrifice right now in the short term so we could benefit in the long term. Also, because a lot of us are satisfied with mediocrity. We have those big goals and those lofty things that we want to attain, but the reality really is that most of us are comfortable just making it. We're comfortable just, having enough money at the end of the month. We're comfortable with just enough, with just barely talking to our spouse. We're comfortable with just barely, having a decent car. We're comfortable with those things. And so because we're comfortable, we don't have that drive, that priority for success. And so you have to ask yourself, what's more important to you? Living status quo or mediocre, or achieving the goal that I have, achieving the success goal that I have? What's more important to you? Because whatever's more important to you will be prioritized. And then you got to be honest with yourself and say, we say, Bryson, I do want success. I prioritize it. Well, look at where you spend your time and your money. Whatever you spend your time and your money on dictates what's a priority to you. And so if your time and your attention and your finances aren't going towards your success, then it's probably not that important to you. All right? So you got to make sure it's a priority. Next thing is there's got to be a pain of inactivity. Most people don't do anything until something dramatic happens. You don't pay the bill until it's about to get shut off, or until they're about to take your car. You don't really, start looking for new opportunities until you're about to lose your job, you've lost your job, or something traumatic happens with your job. Okay? But there's got to be, for you to be successful, there has to be a pain of inactivity. Even if it's not an authentic pain of inactivity, you can manufacture a pain of inactivity. Meaning, what will happen if I don't make progress? There has to be a result. There has to be an effect that happens if you don't do something. Okay, because most of the time, unless you have that pain of inactivity, then you won't do anything. Think about that's the kind of example when you see somebody maybe hit by a car or stuck underneath a vehicle, and here comes this smaller person who maybe can't even bench press 100 pounds, but they get enough adrenaline, enough strength from somewhere, and they lift up this car and they save the person or their cat or their dog. Because in their mind and in their heart, there's a pain of inactivity. If I don't do something right now, then this thing will die. And I think you have to look at success in that same way. If I don't do something right now, then this thing will die. My dream will die. My goal will die. Or I'll be stuck in this situation, or I'll lose a car, or I'll lose what's available for me to have. Okay? And so then think about as well what needs to occur for you to be determined. Sometimes, like I said, you can manufacture pain of inactivity, because meaning like, okay, you think, well, everything's good in my life, I'm not losing anything. Well, you can deprive yourself of maybe some luxuries that you have, maybe not going out to eat, maybe not getting a new vehicle, maybe not getting a new car, a new house, or moving, or going on that vacation, unless you reach a certain goal. Because unless you reach a goal, then you won't get the vehicle. Unless you reach a certain goal, then you won't go on vacation. Unless you reach the goal, then, that good thing that you want in your life won't happen. Okay? So you'd rather, manufacture the pain of inactivity than have it authentically happen. Because I would hate for anybody to be in a situation where, unless you're about to lose something that's valuable to you, that's when you start to get to work. But whatever it takes, don't look at it as a major loss and as a setback. Look at it as an opportunity for you to really move ahead and reach the goal that you want. Next key to success is this. You got to invest in your success. What are you doing? How much is your success worth to you? For some, your success may be priceless. So if it's priceless, then that means that you should be able to put a dollar amount to invest in it. Okay? Because whatever you invest in will grow. Whatever you invest in will grow. So if you're not investing in your success, all you're doing is talking about it, all you're doing is dreaming about it, without actually investing time, your attention, and money into your success. Here's something I ask people all the time, is how much will the lack of success cost you? Okay? Right now you say you may be making $30,000 to $40,000 to $50,000 a year, right? It's like, that's decent. That's good money. You can live and you can be somewhat comfortable with that. But what if you have the capability to make $1 million a year? What if that could be your salary? All right? So because you want to invest in yourself, maybe the $2,000 or the $3,000 or the $100 or whatever the price is for relevant education for your success, you're losing annually $950,000. Now think about this though. If you've got a capability for $1 million, and for the next 10 years you could have made $1 million a year, you're losing out on $9.5 million because you couldn't invest $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000. Think about that, because you think like, well, I can't afford it. Well, you can't afford not to invest in yourself. You may not have everything you want right now, but guaranteed in the long term, as long as you invest in something that's relevant to your success, you'll have what you need. All right, so make sure you get education on success. Make sure you pay attention. Make sure you're focused on it. Make sure you're doing the things necessary for you to get success. Next key is this. You've got to adjust your focus. What are you doing? Are you adjusting your focus? Are you looking at the right stuff? Are you focusing on the things that will get you the best results? Think about the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. This rule says that 80% of the results that you'll generate come from 20% of your work. So you got to focus on the 20% of things that get you the 80% results. So where are you spending most of your time? You may have some opportunities, but are you spending your time doing things that don't get you the results you want? You may say, well, I got to get this super, elegant, nice, this fresh business card. And you're like, oh, my business card is going to be so awesome. But that's not a big thing that will get you the 80% results. That's something that will get you maybe 20% results. And you're focusing on that. Or I've got to get the font right. My website's got to be perfect before I get it set up. Well, yeah, you want it to look nice, but some good content beats no content any day. And who could be seeing your site? Who could be benefiting from your information because you're not working on it, because you're not moving in it, all right? And here's something on focus. Whatever you set your heart on will manifest. Whatever you set your heart on, whatever you're intent on, whatever you're focused on, whatever you see continually, you'll manifest. If all you see is lack, if all you see is despair and scarcity, that's what you'll manifest. But if you see abundance, if you see goodness, if you see opportunity, then it'll manifest. And so you've got to adjust your focus. Don't think negatively, but think positively. All right? So what are you doing? What are you doing? What have you been doing this week? What have you been doing this month? What have you been doing this year? Because whatever you do, what you're doing will determine the success or the results that you get. Are you doing things that lead to results? Are you focused? Are you investing in your success? Are you prioritizing success? All right? Because if you're not, then the results may not be how they can be, but as they must be. You think on that. Once again, I'm Bryson Baylor with The God Life. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you later.